Okay, good morning. It is Monday, June 17th, and today we got the electricians coming in. We're going to make this circuit here a dedicated circuit for the garage door opener. We're going to be moving the outlet closer as well, so we don't have that strung over. And then we'll be taking this light all the way back fixture where this outlet is and putting the fixture there and putting in an occupancy switch, so that way whenever somebody comes in and out of the door here, that light turns on automatically. And that's what we have on the plans that were approved. So the electricians will be getting here shortly, and they'll be going to work on that. Oh, the other thing we're going to be doing is dropping the electrical for the microwave that's behind here. And this is where the existing pop-out was for that. And so that's what we'll end up putting the electrical back into. So that's what we got on the plan for today, and we'll let you see how it goes. Okay, so what we're looking at now is the conduit that we had to remove from the garage. And here's the conduit coming out of the wall. We found that this was actually connected to the kitchen. So we had to separate that circuit from the kitchen and the garage door opener so we could have a dedicated switch. The electricians from Woodland Electrical performed the work, and when we started demoing things out, we found that the light actually was the home run for that circuit there, so we decided to put the light back. Here we're looking at the first outlet in the kitchen, and we found a lot of wires in there, so we had to figure out how to separate that from the circuit that it was on, which was not the kitchen. Here the guys are figuring out where the electrical on the other wall is as well, so we can separate everything out. Once we did that, we got down to connecting it to the panel, and everything is all separated out now, so we have the two dedicated circuits to the kitchen. And they did have to cut a few holes in the garage side of the wall, but those get mudded out before we get the final signed off on. And here you'll just be able to see how pretty they made all the electrical work look. They did a great job. Okay, so we had a little technical difficulty with the microphone not working. So basically what we're going over now is what they did at the panel. And the main thing is they added a breaker at the top, which is a GFCI protected breaker. And they put in a label, a nice clean label so everybody can read it, which is what the inspectors are going to be looking for. Next, we'll head around back into the garage and we'll see how the electricians finished off the day. And we're going to talk about the light here. As we found the electrical being there, we decided to leave the light there so that way we would have the space have the light, and it would be tied onto an occupancy sensor, which we installed per code. And then there's the outlet for the garage door opener. We removed the conduit above, and we terminated the power that was in that expansion box there. Completely removed the wires, so there's nothing there. And we took that circuit and we fed it through the new framework. Oh, and we're going to point out the drywall holes here again. There's the occupancy sensor switch. And what that will do is anytime someone enters the garage, that light will turn on, but then it'll automatically turn off once there's nobody in the space for 5 or 10 minutes. This is the GFCI outlet that will be protecting the garage door opener, which is required per code. And so what happened is we brought the line from the panel down into the GFCI, and then from the load took the wire back up and put it all the way to that outlet there. And that new outlet is now GFCI protected, so if the outlet trips, then that needs to be reset in order for the garage door opener to operate. Next, we replaced or reinstalled the wiring for the microwave there. Now heading inside, we have the 2 circuits installed for the kitchen. We have the occupancy switch for the lights, and then this switch here is for the fan above the cooktop and the range. We removed one outlet, or excuse me, one switch for the light, and put the other switch for the fan. And that light switch was now the occupancy switch inside the garage. That GFCI is now for the peninsula here, and that covers that switch there. Now this is the second circuit in the kitchen. That's a GFCI that will handle that wall, including the refrigerator. And then the switch for the garbage disposal and the dishwasher is separate. The dishwasher will work when the switch is turned on as or off. The garbage disposal will only work when the switch is on. And that sums up the work done inside. And so we've called for inspection. It'll happen tomorrow. And once that inspection is done, we'll be able to install the insulation and close up the wall. Drywall, mud, tape, and we will then also install the anti-tip device for the range. And then we'll be able to call for our final inspection.